This is an online course about professional indemnity and legal claims for physiotherapists. My name is Chris. I'm a registered physiotherapy in Hong Kong and Singapore. Both places are practicing common law. Myself is a former physiotherapy educator in Hong Kong and Singapore. I do have experience handling professional malpractice and professional legal cases. And I have experience in teaching these subjects. So that's why I want to do some experience sharing for my colleagues. Disclaimer, I'm a professional physiotherapist, but not a professional lawyer. This is my experience sharing only. If you have any real legal issues, you better consult your professional insurers and lawyers. Some common facts about professional indemnity insurance. Most of the time it is covered by the employers. However, in some cases, if you work as a freelancer or locum, you better check with the employers and the place. You can buy your individual cover directly from the insurance company as well. Sometimes it's rather important. For example, in Australia, by law, it is required for us to have our professional indemnity insurance before we practice. I don't know whether you have this idea or assumption. When I was a junior, I think malpractice insurance that once we receive a malpractice claim, okay, and then the investigation by the court and or the insurance company, and then find that positive, then the insurance company pays for the claim. It is a very common idea and basic idea. However, the whole picture is far more than that and much more complicated. First of all, fact one, it is never bad idea to buy additional individual indemnity insurance on top of the company cover. When there is a claim coming for malpractice, then you usually go to your organization, and with company endorsement, which is because the claim involve your normal duties, and then go through internal investigation, then activate the malpractice insurance, then cover you. However, sometimes there are certain circumstances. For example, some professional behavior is your individual activities. When you give some simple brief consultation for your friends, colleagues, family, neighbor, or sometimes you do your outside work, okay, or you're self-employed, and in other situations that the company decide not to endorse the malpractice insurance, they don't support you because they maybe think that it is your own behavior, okay, they don't endorse it. Or some case, very rare case, is a claimer decision. They want to direct the claim to the individual rather than the organization. In such a situation, you better have your individual indemnity insurance. Fact 2, the indemnity insurance not only cover your professional practice, also protect you legally. You know that sometimes in our practice, sometimes it may involve some apparent unprofessional behavior such as your negligence, malpractice, or any activities violating the code of practice of your registration. These unprofessional behaviors. But sometimes it's by law in common. In your workplace, if your clients sue you for stealing, sexual harassment, intentional harm, or for example, the client claim that you want to murder them, okay? One side involves the civil liability and one side involves the criminal liability. As long as it involves your practice or in your workplace or involving your professional activities, the indemnity insurance can cover that. Fact 3. When to contact the insurer. Some of the people think that when they have no choice, they need to employ a lawyer. Okay, they need to go to the court. Then they start activating the malpractice or indemnity insurance. I will suggest you contact the insurer as early as the beginning of the incident, not the very late stage. For civil liability or malpractice incidents, as long as the claimant makes an official request for claim, you can send an enquiry email to your insurer to prepare everything. It's not considered so-called activating the malpractice insurance. Just send them an enquiry because they will tell you that whether it can be likely to be activated or it's a very simple case. They have very good experience. They can advise you how to do before actual activation of the malpractice insurance. For criminal liability, is that when the police contacts you, you better contact the insurer as soon as possible. Of course, it is possible for the claimant to ask the lawyer and the court directly file the case, but it is unlikely because involving criminal liability definitely will involve the police. Remember, not until the court sends you the official letter you contact the insurers. It's a quite late stage, as early as possible. What is the benefit to have early inquiry with the insurers? Because they have a lot of legal experience, they can give initial legal advice. It may not come to the stage the lawyer need to see you face to face, but they can already give you some simple legal advice. Sometimes they can contact the employer to do the internal investigation. Then they can judge the incident where likely to be claimed or likely to reject the claim. Okay, they have an initial internal investigation. Or sometimes the case is not very clear because civil case is not the same as criminal case. It's not likely to be guilty or unguilty. They can propose settlement before they go to the court. Also possible. So that's the benefit of early contact of the insurer. Fact 4. Some people may think that some minor unprofessional behavior malpractice, they can absorb it themselves. For example, professional advertisement, minor, or business card titles, or use of unauthorized title or qualification, because the professional body may likely issue a warning letter only, not affecting your registration. Some people may, I don't know, but just some cases they may choose to absorb it. For you, what do you think? You want to accept it, or you want to activate your malpractice insurance to defend? It is my personal advice. As long as you personally confirm the responsibility is not on you, you should defend all the way, no matter how minor the claim is. Any investigation in the professional body is under the Registration Act of the country, so it is a legal activities. You feel that most of the board member, professional board member, are doctors or physiotherapists, but because it involved with the Registration Act, it is so much legal and sensible to have your lawyer be involved to help you to defend. This leads to the fact 5 why I say defense is very important, because we have consequences. First of all, I don't want to scare you. I wish you are all good for your whole professional career throughout your life. No incident at all, but sometimes when it comes, it comes. When there is a claim, it can be a minor claim about the unprofessional behavior or malpractice. Then most likely it will go to the professional body for disciplinary investigation. However, when it comes to civil or criminal liability, if found guilty and then positive, Then it will also after that go to the professional body. So it will be a double investigation, double claim. When it comes to civil or criminal records, definitely it will affect the professional registration. Not saying that it's impossible, but it will definitely make it much harder. Okay. Especially this record comes to you worldwide, not in your own country, not only in your own country. When we go to other countries to register and practice, you need to declare if you have any of this record, you cannot lie. Even it's a minor malpractice or minor issues affect the warning letters only. Then it will affect you get a letter of good standing or letter of good practice record. This is our professional record then to certify your good professional behavior. For your studies overseas or for your work overseas, you need this letter. Without this letter, you cannot practice your professional work overseas. Very important. Bear in mind. Please bear in mind. Also, when you activate your malpractice or indemnity insurance, it will affect the future insurance premium. Okay, no matter for your individual or for the organization. So even when you have your record but you change your workplace, your employer will ask you, or you need to actively report to your employer as well, because they need to fill up the insurance form. It will affect. No matter how, please honestly report your records, because any dishonest reporting of the record, first your premium or professional registration will be cancelled, and also you may bear one more civil liability of dishonest report. So no matter how, report it. If you are not sure, ask your lawyer for opinion before you declare. Hopefully, just for you to understand more, in case only, I really wish you don't have to practice this knowledge in your career. Practice carefully, maintain your behavior and professional standards. However, no matter how professional you are, you can never predict who are the service receiver, your clients, your patient, how are they. Assume you have 20 patients a day or 10 patients a day. 1 week you serve 50 patients. 1 year you are serving thousands, and then you are 10 years you are serving tens of thousands. Definitely some cases will be tricky. Always bear in mind, this professional knowledge may save you for when it happens. Wish you all the best.